Real quick guys, before we get into today's video, I just want to let you guys know that if you guys head over to my Instagram at Octane Street, then you guys can get a very beautiful sneak peek at what's to come for the channel and for the Mustang. All I'm gonna say is it all starts here, boys. Be sure to check it out, and let's get to the video. Hey guys, my name is Karud and welcome back to Octane Street, the road here on YouTube that never ends. And recently on YouTube, I asked you guys what type of content you guys want to see from me, and to which you guys responded that you guys mostly want to see Mustang mods and installation. So today we have something right up that alley, and honestly we're going to be installing something today that I think every Mustang should have from the factory, if I'm being completely honest. And that is, we're going to be replacing this ugly old school hood prop rod. Okay, so we're getting rid of that. We're not necessarily getting rid of it, but we're going to be replacing it with some hydraulic hood struts, and the ones that we have today are from Redline Tuning. So these are one of the best ones, and I got the ones that are also good for aftermarket hoods, because fun fact guys, aftermarket hoods more often than not actually weigh more than your factory hood, since aftermarket hoods are usually made out of fiberglass and your factory one is usually made out of aluminum. So that's a fun fact for you guys. If you guys think that getting an aftermarket hood is going to save some weight on your car, you're definitely wrong, unless you're talking carbon fiber. Okay, so keep that in mind. But this one is actually good for aftermarket hoods, as well as the old stalker here, which is what we have on my car. And so they actually look something like this, if you guys could see that there. They are stainless steel. I think it's 307 stainless steel, and they're really well built, and they also have a very gradual opening, so they're not gonna fly open. If any of you guys out there have ever opened the trunk of a Mercedes-Benz, for example, those things absolutely fly open. They can knock you out if you're not expecting it. But this one right here for the hood is definitely going to open nice, slow, and gradually. And so yeah, it should just be a good time overall. It should be fairly simple to install. I'm just trying to get all the parts out right now so that we could show you guys what comes in the box or cylinder. All right, so pretty much everything that comes in this kit are your two brackets here that are actually going to attach to your fender, and then you have these two conical nuts with studs that are actually going to be inside your hood, and so connect your hood to your fender, and that's what's actually going to connect, you know, each end of the shock, allowing it to open and close very nicely and gradually. So very simple. There's only a handful of things here. Of course, they gave you a little decal along with some instructions. Luckily, American Muscle, the place that I also got this kit from, actually has a video on how to install these, so I already gave that a quick watch. I like doing that for every install that I tackle, just because you never know what you might run into. For example, with this install, I heard that some people have a hard time actually clipping in each end of the hydraulic strut onto these adapters. So let's see if we run into that same issue, but hopefully not. But either way, all I'm gonna need is a ratchet, I believe a 10 mil and a 15 or 16 mil deep socket. So with all those things out of the way, let's go ahead and head into the install. All right guys, so we have the first little nut and conical stopper, so to say, here. So it just looks like this, and now this part is actually going to be living inside the hood, and it's going to grasp onto the hood. The hood's going to be sitting inside here, and we're just going to hand tighten it down onto the hood, clamping it down. So should be pretty simple, and the hole we're going to be using is this one right here. This is the passenger side, so we're just going to be using that hole right there. You just want to pop it in one side at a time, and then I'm going to drag it over to the passenger side, to the far left here, and then we're going to start tightening it here. Just hand tight like so. All right, so that one's tight, and we can work on the bottom one now, but I just want to get this one knocked out on that side as well. So let's head over there and do the other side. All right, we're on the next side here with our other conical stopper here, and we're just gonna slide it in exact same way as we did over there, and then pull it over to the far right this time. And we are just gonna be, so this looks like it actually wants to come out. Okay, so I'm gonna pop it back in here, and then we're gonna pull it over to the right and start tightening it, and now we cannot tighten it anymore. Okay, so once that's done, we are gonna grab our 15 deep socket, and we're gonna just tighten it all the way down. Whoops, 15 is definitely not the size. Alright, so American Muscle lied to me once again with the socket sizes. I don't know if it's a running joke that they have or something, but they gave me the wrong size. So I got a 13 mil, it should fit much better here. And let's go ahead and tighten this all the way down here. Alright, so that should be snug, not going anywhere at all. Let's go ahead and do the same to the other side. Alright, this one should be snug as a bug as well. And now we can move on to the ones that actually connect to the fender here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that out of my pocket real quick. Like so. And we have our first fender bracket here, individually packaged. So this is what that looks like here unpackaged, as you guys can see. And this is gonna actually go right here on the fender. So we're pretty much gonna remove this 10 mil bolt and we're gonna slap this sucker like something like this right here. And then we're gonna put the bolt back on top, tighten it down, and should be good to go. So let's get that started here. Alright. So we got that bolt off. And now we just get our bracket here. It should be, yeah, it should go like this here. Get our bolt, put it back over it, tighten it by hand. And then we go ahead So she is sturdy. Let's go ahead and get our first strut here and see if everything lines up properly and if she is willing to be installed. So I believe you want the thicker part of the strut towards the bottom here. So it'd be like this. Oh, snapped in really easily. And then this one you just want to go right here, but I'm gonna have to lift the hood a little bit to make sure it fits. Alright, so that right there, it looks like it is fully connected. I'm just gonna test it out real quick off camera and let's hope that that's that. Alright guys, so this is why you always want to double check. This is actually backwards. The thick side you want to be pretty much connecting to the hood, so I went ahead and disconnected this. It came off pretty easily, thankfully, because I guess, you know, since it's the wrong way, it just came off very nice and easy. The bottom, on the other hand, might not want to be the same way since it clipped on pretty strongly there. So I might need to get a flathead screwdriver to actually disconnect this. We're just going to try briefly by hand. There we go. Okay, so that worked out fine. Doesn't look to be damaged in any way. And let's go ahead and connect it the proper way. So I just want to push that on nice in there. And now for here, we're going to need to lift the hood possibly a little bit here. Yeah, we're gonna have to lift the hood. There we go. So this is the correct way to have it oriented. I don't know, the other way looked like it made sense to me, but so does this way. So we'll just follow what the guide says because that's more than likely the right way. So let's head over to the other side and do pretty much the same thing. Alright, so starting here with the other 10 mil bolt on the fender. Go ahead and get that off. Alright, with that off, let's go ahead and set it aside as we get our other bracket. Alright, so we got our second bracket here. We're just gonna slap that on, get our bolt, hand tighten as best we can since these threads do not Yeah, these threads are pretty messed up in here. They are very sticky. So I'm gonna try and slowly tighten it here with the this feels like it's stripped almost, and that would be highly unfortunate if it is, because it is not going down any further. Yeah, it's definitely stripped. I don't know if you guys could see that there, but the thread actually broke right here. Possibly even when just taking it out, which is highly unfortunate. And of course, just my luck. I wonder if we could bypass that first thread here, try and catch it on the second. Well, 10 mil bolts that are this size are really easy to come across, thankfully, so I could just probably go pick one up, but it just makes it annoying that this had to happen. And I don't know if it got stuck in there. I don't think it did. Let's go ahead and see if it'll go at all. Nope. Does not feel like it will. So we gotta get a replacement for this, and then we could finally finish this. Yay. Alright guys, so we actually been working at it for about a good 10 minutes now, and this bolt, it wasn't necessarily the bolt that stripped. It did strip, but it's only because the threads in this spot are actually like really gunky and filled up. So what I did was I took out this fender bolt here, the one that's a little bit further away from it. So I took this one out and put it in here, and I was doing the old full turn and then half a turn out to the entire way through to just kind of clean out the threads. I was being super gentle with it. So this is actually the bolt from here, and this is actually our stripped bolt. So I actually got this in here very nice and tight. It's not going anywhere. I actually got that to fit in here pretty well, which I'm very happy with, using the same method. Full turn in, half a turn out. But now both of these are super sturdy and snug in there. They're not going anywhere. Thankfully, we didn't have to, you know, delay this install any more than necessary. So let's go ahead and get this out of the package here. And now it's thin side down. Snap that on here if it wants to participate. And we need this to turn like this. I'm gonna need you to watch out because I could lift the hood here. All right, so it should be in. I heard the clicks all the way around. So what do you guys say we actually drop our old school prop rod and see if we did a good job? So let's see here. All right, the prop rod is coming off. And now, right now, I feel I think I'm holding the hood. I'm gonna let go, and voila. So it stays up. So that's already a good sign that it's staying up. Let's go ahead and see how it closes here. Very good. And it should drop there. And boom. So our hood is closed. I'm gonna go ahead and open it, and let's see how it opens up. Wow. So as you can see, it slows down drastically as it gets close to the top. That's to avoid it from snapping or anything like that. So I'm really happy with how it turned out. Let's go ahead and put it down one more time. And then it comes to there. And then if we just unlatch it here, lift it up a little bit. Wow. Okay, so it works very well, as it should. It definitely doesn't look like it stutters with the weight of the hood at all. Again, this can work for aftermarket hoods. So yeah, it should work wonders for this aluminum hood for years to come. I know that these hydraulic struts, some of them over time could become a little bit weak. Even on factory vehicles, I know the Veloster's hatch, it was beginning to get a little bit weak, so it wouldn't always open all the way up on its own. So little things like that you want to keep an eye out for in reviews. But yeah, of course, I'll update you guys if anything happens that's bad with this product in the future, but hopefully that's not the case. So that's gonna wrap up today's install. Finally got rid of the factory prop rod here. No longer have to use this bad boy. Guys, before you thrash me in the comments, I know my car is dirty. I'm about to go home and wash it right now. They called for rain yesterday, and it never ended up raining, so I was waiting for after the rain to wash the car, but the rain never came. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely, if you have a Mustang out there, I definitely would recommend this. Hopefully you don't have any bolt problems like I did. And again, if you do, try that full turn quarter or half turn out, whichever one you guys think would work best for you. And that's all for this time, guys. If you guys enjoyed what you saw here today, then be sure to go ahead and subscribe, as well as hit that notification bell so that you guys could ride shotgun with me in the next video. My name is Karud, this is Joakim. See y'all.